Okay, I'm really sorry. So now you can get me. Can you now get me, please? Okay, thank you. So we can continue. I forgot to tell you that since we have not paid money for the Zoom conference, we should be getting out of the conference after 40 minutes. See, so that's what happened. And we have to be doing the same thing after 40 minutes. Now we can continue. We were talking about the success according to some famous people. And according to Richard Branson, he said that he believes in success like happiness. So he said success is about happiness. And too many people measure how successful they are by how much money they make or the people they associate with. In my opinion, that's what he said. In my opinion, true success should be measured by how happy you are. So you see, this is according to the man. He said that true happiness, true success should be measured by how much happy you are. So we have got the other man here. It is the billionaire investor Mark Cuban. He says you don't need money to be successful. And he said what? To me, the definition of success is waking up in the morning with a smile on your face, knowing it's going to be a great day. I really don't know, but that's what he said. So when you wake up in the morning, you know that it's going to be a great day. There you're successful. And he said I was happy and I felt like I was successful when I was poor, living 6 guys in a 3 bedroom apartment, sleeping on the floor. So about him, that is successful, and that is to be successful. I don't know, but that's according to him. And the other last person is Barack Obama. He said that he doesn't equate power with success. For Barack, success is about how much money, isn't about how much money you make, but it's about the difference you make in people's life. So this is according to Mr. Barack. And the last one is according to the Bible. So please, guys, I want to make sure that you have gotten all I was saying about these 3 people, what they said about success. So if you have understand even one thing, make sure you make it sign on our discussion. And now we can continue. According to the Bible, it is said that I just pointed a Bible verse, which is written, and they say that this book of the law shall not depart from your mouth. But you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, then you will have a good success. So this was according to the Bible. and I don't know anything about that, either according to the dictionary, according to the three billionaires here, nor or according to the Bible. I can say I don't know anything. So the guests are going to be giving us more precisions about this stuff, and I believe that we will be going out with good things, and won't be disappointed. So I think this was the last part on our our introduction of the topic, and I'm going to ask all of us to have a small rest. If you have water aside, you can take your water and drink. If you don't have, you may just try to stretch and do a little like this, because we are having a rest. Okay, so please guys, for those who are online and those who can see the video, can you please just do a gesture? Emmanuel, are you there? Samuel, are you there? Okay, you back. All right. So I'm
I'll see
going.
you there, bro.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys just to do something, since we have been sitting down since a long time. I'm going just to ask you. Okay, please has got his cup of water. Unfortunately, I didn't have. There's no problem. Can you just do this? We do like we go at the right, the left side. This is the left or the right? This is the right side. We go to the right and we get back to the left. Okay, is it possible? Okay, so let's go. Okay, uh, that's fine. All right. So I see Mr. Mbeko is walking, so there is no way for him to do that. And Eloge has laughed. Eloge, can you do the same thing? We want to see you. Eloge. Oh, Eloge. Okay, can you do this? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Eloge. And now we will be uh, watching or listening to somebody I'm going to appoint in order to read for us a story here, a funny story, in order to keep having fun, and then we will give the floor to our guest. And the first person to go is Emmanuel is going to start, and after Emmanuel, that will be Samuel speaking time. But now we're going to read our small uh, funny stories. There are three, and I would like three persons to read the three stories. I know that this first one is Emilio's, and for that, Emilio is not going to be reading. So we can choose another person. Aaron, can you help us reading this funny story, if you can see it? Okay. Now can you see it well? Aaron, open your. All
Yeah, I
right.
can see it.
Okay, so you can go.
Now, the first story starts with "That's not my job." This is a story about four people named everybody, somebody, anybody, nobody. There was an important job to be done, and everybody was sure that somebody will do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought that anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. What the? It needed help that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have done. What is more lesson? Who are you, pleaser? Oh, is that's only the funny story. The second part is about questions.
Aaron, so you did a good job.
Yeah.
Can you just show that Aaron did a good job? Okay, thank you so much. This was awesome. I have read the first story, so we will have Samuel to give us the moral lesson of that story. Eloge, thank you. So Samuel, you can go with the moral
And see the
lesson.
text more.
The story of nobody, somebody, anybody.
I can't do anything right now.
Sam, you got the flow. Did you understand anything about the story? If you did, you can tell us what. What's going on? Sam,
I got a small problem over here, my man.
can't you see it? You can see the story?
Oh yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I couldn't see all of you guys. Something that I can give like more lesson over here might be for example, in the country where sometimes we sometimes blame the government saying that they should do this, they should do that. Sometimes only, those people who do everything for us. So instead of blaming other people to do something, we need to, this is something that I've just wanted to say thanks to this story. We just need to, to put our hands together and do something instead of saying, for example, a Claire will do it or Emmanuel will do it. And yeah, but we gotta say we have to do it. And when we do something all together, we will not have a setback on it, but in contrast, we'll have like a success, and things will go at. I'm so sorry. I was looking forward to seeing, the text, and I took time before answering. I'm so sorry for that, man.
So thank you, Sam, for what you have said. It was really helpful. I couldn't understand the story. For sure, I couldn't understand the story the way you understood it. Since Emmanuel has been posting it, I never got to understand it the way you said it. So thank you, Emmanuel, for the story. It is really helpful. And now we can go to the second one. The second story. I'm sorry. Please, guys, mute your voice when you are joining us. And the second story is, who are you? And the man said, okay, there it is. And so I'm going to choose one person to have us read. Axel, can you help us read the story? Axel Muzala, are you there? Oh, I'm sorry, Axel is not. So since Aaron has already read, uh, Meko, Ashi, can you help us read?
Yes, the
Accept.
just saw me.
Okay, so there I am. Uh, let me get back. Can you still see the? Okay, so there I am. Axel, can you help us read the story?
No problem.
Okay, who are you, please? Let's go.
Okay. So I greet everyone. Yeah. Okay. That's the stories That's not my job. Sure, this is okay. Yeah, okay. It's who are you, please? Hello, are you there? Yes. Who are you, please? What? What's your name? Okay. Okay.
I say Mike.
Axel, can you?
Okay. Sorry. But I don't. Yes. Do you understand? Do you hear well my voice? Because I'm coughing.
Yeah, no problem. You can hear.
Okay. What's my name? My name is John Watts. Yes. What's your name? John Watts. Yes. Are you John's? No, I'm not. Will you tell your name then? Will not. Why not? My name is not. Not what? Not what? Not what?
Yeah, it's funny, man.
And I appreciate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Axel. Axel, thank you. Please, can you help us read it
Yeah.
back? And you will be the one giving us the moral lesson of it.
Could you go to the top part of the story? Okay, who are you, please? Hello, are you there? Yes. Who are you, please? I'm what? What's your name? What? What's my name? My name is John Watts. Yes, what's your name? John Watts. Yes, are you Jones? No, I'm not. Will you tell me your name then? Will not. Why not? My name's not. Not what? Not. Sorry, not what? Not what? It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because I think this story wouldn't make sense in French. Yeah.
Okay,
This
what's
is
the
actually about like homophones, and this happens a lot in conversation where we sometimes have different words that mean different things, but they are pronounced the same way, and it's always important to make sure you really understand what the other person is saying. Here we're laughing, but if it happens to us, we would be reacting exactly as it is the case here.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, please. And we're going to the last story since we have got not much time. And this one is going to be read by whom? Let me choose. Meko, can you help us read this story? Asi, open your sound, please. Open your sound. Your voice. Your voice.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm in it. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, since I got what you sent to me, I didn't read it because I'm expecting the circumference of this small debate. That's why I'm right, but I didn't read it. So I already told my father this about it because I'm very busy about my schedule. That's why I need just to respect, as you told me last time, you, my brother Claire Muma, you told me that you need to turn the perspective in this conference. That's why I'm obliged to retain because I cannot refuse it. That's
Okay.
why I said my apology first, but I gotta do my best to do just to read it
Okay.
that I can be in some. I'm sorry, my apology.
Okay. So can you read? English is difficult.
Yeah, it's not difficult. I gotta have my
No.
computer. I can read. Maybe you didn't feel
Please,
me.
Meko.
Maybe you
I
didn't
said
feel me.
No,
I was saying
Eclair,
this. Yes.
Eclair.
Some.
Maybe because he has got a
Yeah.
phone, maybe he can't see the text, maybe. So just
Okay.
need to choose another person.
All
Yeah.
right. So since we
Yeah,
have got
I
to choose
saw
another
it.
person.
I saw it, but I didn't have the time to read it. I
All
didn't
right.
have time to read it. So I told Luis about it already. I already told him better because I'm very busy. If we can just so you can just feel me. I'm sorry. When I'm together with my parents, I need just to be down.
Oh, another
Good.
person.
Cheers. So, General Spirits, can you help us?
Samuel, you muted.
Your views. Some can get you.
Can you hear me now?
Now you can. Good.
Now? It's okay, right?
Mm.
Good. English is difficult. The Japan's Prime Minister Yoshihiko Noda was poor in English language, and once 1 month before going to the USA to visit the President Barack Obama, he was given some basic English conversation training. The instructor told Yoshihiko, Prime Minister, when you shake hands with the President Obama, please say, how are you? Then Mr. Obama will say, I'm fine, and you? Now you should say, me too. Afterwards, we translators will do all the work for you. When he met Obama, he mistakenly said, who are you? Mr. Obama was obviously shocked, but still managed to react with humor. Well, um, uh, Michelle's husband. Ha 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 ha. It means he laughed. Then Yoshihiko replied confidently, me too. Ha 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 ha. He was laughing. Then there was a long silence in the meeting room.
So, did you understand it?
Yeah, I got it, man.
Yeah.
I got
So.
it. I don't know if I'm the one who should give the moral lesson over here, but I that was actually a good story, my man.
Okay.
That was actually a good story. Yeah.
So you
You
can you
know,
can.
yeah, I we sometimes encounter, such problems in our everyday conversation with other people. I remember I recently answered a question that I did not completely, understood, but it was like a direct answer. I was working with my friend. He told me it's one of the day, okay? It's one of the day. And it was not even a question, but I only understood the word windy, and it was later that I understood that was talking about you want to say it's windy today, but speaking quickly, you say it's windy today. You see T between two vowels can say that, you see, and And it's the same thing over here. While learning English, when we're not English speakers, when we learn a new language, we gotta pay more attention. We gotta pay close attention to some of the words, some of the phrases that might be the same. For example, when we say "how are you," it's different from "who are you." So just missed or changed the word "how" to "who," and directly the message was not the same, and it was a big problem to Obama because after Obama, he thought that the man knew him. How could he ask me such question? But he ended up giving a reaction or a feedback or an answer about that question that I was laughing that it wasn't something good. It was kind of shocked. And yeah, but up to me, the moral lesson that I can give you guys: when you don't know something, don't pretend to know it or to speak it. Talking about the language, I have to learn it first, and I will be I will use that after, because see what happened in this story. And it wasn't that good to Obama to see such person who he knew that he knew him, and asking him such question, that who are you, things like that. We just need to learn the language first, and then we can easily apply that in our everyday life, but not like memorize just certain words. And I will say this: what if the person asks you the same question in another manner? For example, to get the visa, in the it's sometimes it's sometimes the same thing that happens. You can see someone that comes to you, teacher, I gotta travel and I need some basic lessons because I'm gonna you know take my interview, things like that, in the embassy. You can teach the person, but what if the same question is asked, but with another words, things like that? Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Ah, that
So,
was funny.
oh, really? So, thank you so much, Sam, for the reading and the moral lesson. And now we're starting with the other parts, which is, you know, that's one was about our guest telling us what they prepared about this the topic, success in life, according to them. What do they mean? What do they think according to the ones we have introduced here, like the billionaires. They have got money, but they think success is not about money. So our guests are going to be speaking in mostly like 5 minutes, and after that we'll be asking them some questions. We have planned some questions to ask you guys, and after the questions we'll get two more questions from the audience, and the conference will be closed. So we go first with Emmanuel, and if you planned or you prepared your what you be saying, like this one, you may share the screen and we'll be saying. If not, I give you the floor, and you know what to do.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm not as organized as you are, so I have no slide for this part. I just wanted to share about this thing. First of all, I'd like to say that those billionaires or any other person who might define success would just do it depending on like certain specific context. And I do not actually believe that there would be just one common definition of the word success that might fit all the context. Generally speaking, I might just say that success is all about reaching your outcome, reaching your goal. For example, as an English learner, my goal was to complete the training. And after I completed the training, I would say that I succeeded. That was success because I reached what I really wanted to get. This is a way we can use to define success, but this might not work in all contexts. Another thing I would mention here is that basically or generally when we talk about success, we would think of success in two different ways, or we can measure success in by referring to these two things. The first thing up to me would be knowledge, and the second thing might be money. These are the two things that a lot of people refer to when they talk about success in life. And when we compare money and knowledge, I would just say that knowledge would be more important or more valuable than money. And when I say this, we can read it. Eclair, while defining success, he also talked about the Bible. I think I can also do it. And we are going to see it in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, from verse 11 and 12. Ecclesiastes 7, 11 to 12. So I can read it. It says, wisdom is good with an inheritance, but by it is profit to them that see the sun. For wisdom is a defense, and the money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to them that have it. I can read it again. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, but by it there is profit to them that see the sun. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to those who have it. Actually, I don't define being successful as just having a lot of money, because there are people who had a lot of money but ended up being miserable in their life. That's why after reading also this passage, I actually concluded that yes, money, as the Bible also said, the Bible said that money is a defense. The Bible said it. Yes, money is a defense. Yes, money is important, but we should not measure success only based on money. Because you may have money today, if you don't use it wisely, you might end up being a miserable person. You might end up having a very, very, very bad life. But knowledge, of course, in some versions, they talk about wisdom, and in the others, they refer to knowledge. Knowledge is more important because when you have knowledge, you may have money. Most of the millionaires that you might have mentioned are basically people who studied with knowledge, and then knowledge brought forth money. We can even give the example of Bill Gates, who, after having knowledge, the knowledge he had to start Microsoft is actually what brought forth money in his life. That's also the case for many people who just had knowledge, and then knowledge brought forth money. And there is even a saying that says, knowledge is power. When you have knowledge, you can actually make money and be successful in life. This is actually what I might say. I don't know if I finished all my time. You actually gave me just 5 minutes.
So I don't know if it's all.
I think that was basically everything I would mention.
Okay.
No matter how long the speech might take, but this is basically everything.
Okay, thank you so much. So can you make sign? Can you just please try to clap for him? Even you can see it. Can you try to clap for Emmanuel? Thank you so much. And this was such a good interview. And what I just uh, tried to catch up was that success is not about money only, but it's about money and knowledge, according to Mr. Emmanuel. Now the floor is given to our brother, Gentle Spirit, the chief of Hello Class, Hello Teacher. There he's got the flow. So he's going to be telling us what he thinks about success in 5 minutes, and we will have questions to ask him and to them both. Thank you, Gentle Spirits. You got the floor, 5 minutes.
Perfect. I greet all of you first of all, and I do congratulate my brother Emmanuel for such a beautiful, speech talking about success. First of all, while uh, introducing myself, I mean, that was meant by Eclair. He talked about the religions side, and also, well, it was more focused on, um, my teaching side. So I will be more speaking like a teacher and like a Christian. So like a teacher, just wanted to start by these points. We just need to, I just wanted to share this to many other people. It might be new, where this word success, it's not success, talking about stress, because we learned most of words having two syllables. The stress is on the first syllable, success, parent, but it's not the case for this word. We don't say success, it's success. Thank you so much, those who spoke before me, because it was correct. And the verb is not to succeed, but to succeed. Okay, it's almost the same thing. And yeah, Emmanuel made a beautiful speech talking about or defining the words success. And I also try to browse the internet, looking back and forth different things that I could say when the phone would be given to me. And I was more focused on what Webster is a lexicographer, was the one who, differentiated, American English and British English, like many words. You can listen today, American people saying, for example, or writing the word program with, one name, or honor, things like that, with OR instead of OUR. So it's thanks to that man, Webster. So Webster defined the word success in many ways, and I can just take some of them. First of all, he said success is a degree or a measure of succeeding. That was the first definition that he wrote. The second one was it's one that succeeds. So this is also something that I would, be more focused on. Like he defined the word success like a person. So yeah, we can have a lot of definitions, talking about the word success, and it might be complicated to have like a common definition because we don't have, all the same goals that we want to hit the mark. We have different goals in the life, and the word will be defined according to, each goal that you have, but I wanted to be more focused on this topic. This word success in this topic is applied for life. So up to me, it's really, it's my point of view. Talking about life, okay, we can have a lot of goals. I want to be, a teacher in my life. I want to be a doctor. I want to be. We got different goals. We got different point of views about life. That up to me, knowing Jesus is, like those who speak slang can say the bestest, like the best, uh, knowing Jesus in our lives is, the success for life. because I can know other people like teachers, I can know the president of the country or of countries, but knowing Jesus is what we can call success. And as Manu mentioned or gave a biblical passage to illustrate or to define the word success, I would also read something in the Bible in the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 22, where it is written, the blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. So it's only the blessing of the blessing of the Lord that makes us rich. We can have money. Yeah, I don't deny that will be my second side. The first, point that I would like to be, to focus on is about this, like a spiritual side. So in this side, I say it's only the blessing of the Lord that will make us rich. And when I'm saying I'm rich, I might be poor physically, but I know that I got him my heart. And even if I pass away right now, I know when I be back, I'm gonna be taken up. We're gonna be together with him, living forever. I'm gonna have the everlasting life. That to succeed in life, up to me, because yeah, I can have much money. I can be made of money. I can have a lot of things like uh, cars, houses, you name it. But if I miss him, I have not succeeded or succeeded in my life. And on the other hand, talking about success, like with like assets we have in the life, because I can't deny that, because in different dictionaries, when you read the word success, they also define that word in that manner, like having things like, because even Webster said success means uh, like achievement, like it talked about many things, but talking about success, like having assets or like houses and things like that, I would quote a professor of the University of Kinshasa. I'm sorry, he is anonymous to me, but I'm just going to talk about what he told his students. He is a professor of economics, and he said, to succeed in life, we only have three ways. Only three ways. First of all, we can be successful or we can succeed in life with uh, heritage. Like I am born in a rich family and my parents have much money. I can, benefit from their assets. I can be rich. Say I can have all what they had. It might be mine. So thanks to that, my parents, I can be rich. So I'm successful. I got the success. Second one, you mentioned about politics. So this one might be exactly for DRC, not in other countries, because we don't make money in politics. But in Congo, you can make money. When you're a politician, you can make a bundle, you can make money. So this is like the second point he talked about. If you want to be rich, go in politics. You're gonna be a rich man, you're gonna be successful, you're gonna have a lot of money. Thirdly, he talked about business. Business. Don't pretend to be successful in life if you a worker. This is what he said. I'm just quoting what he said. He said, we gotta be freelancers. I gotta create my own job. I gotta hire other people in my job. So by that, I can be successful in my life. But as long as I work for other people, I'm a worker. I'm over here. I know that Claire is my boss, and I'm waiting for something at the end of the month. Don't think of becoming rich. This is his philosophy. It might be right or not, but I'm just repeating what he said because I do believe in what he said. I was a teacher at primary school and high school, and I could see how we were making money at school. But at the end of the month, it was almost nothing I was getting. But think of the owner of the school. It was now with me in the classroom, I was alone with students. I was at the same time a teacher, a doctor, a judge, because, with the kids, fighting all the time. But at the end of the month, he could have much money, more than I could gain. So with this example or instance, I can easily, give a thumbs up for him, saying that he was right. What he said, he was totally right. So to make a long story short, this is where I want to conclude. We need to think to create our own corporates, our own companies, our own, jobs. And we gotta think, hiring other people, rather than being, writing, I want to work, in your company. I want to be, you can, you'll be hired, but it will not gonna be forever. You will not have much money. I mean, you will not have money the same way. I mean, like your bosses, like the owner of the job, the owner of the company. So we need to create, because I personally, for the first, point that I cited, my parents are not rich, and go into politics, I won't do it, I will not do it. I'm not in Congo anymore, but even if I was there, I couldn't, go into politics. The only way for me, according to that professor, to be successful in my life, I gotta think to create a lot of things, like to have a lot of projects in my mind, and to create like companies, to create like jobs where people will be engaged or hired. Okay, this is the only way among those three ways that I can, follow, that I can like a good path for me. Thank you so much, Claire.
Thank you, sir. Really, thanks for the what you've been saying, and I would like us, just we were doing for everybody who spoke before. Sam, could you just do this for Sam? Okay, that's fine. If we can see you, okay. Thank you, Eloge. I still see that the brother has raised his hand and he wants to say something. I don't know if he wants to say something or he's just greeting us. It's two. It's like a number. I just can see his name. I don't know, sir. Can you open your micro, please, or your voice? The man is there or is not? It's like a number 2388, 88, something like that. Okay, no problem. Since he's not there, so we can continue. Thank you, General Spirit, for what you have been saying. It is really helpful, and I think that even if we stop now, we have got something. And this was the aim of this conference, not only to be speaking in English, but when we move out of this one, we may stay with something. And just like I was saying while Emmanuel was speaking, that I took from Emmanuel two words: success. Success is about happiness, is about money, and about knowledge. So according to Samuel, he said that if you want to be successful, believe in Christ. Is it? Is it what okay, so believe in Christ and be creative. Try to think about what you can create to make the world be great again. And I wanted to tell us one thing, that somebody said that you wouldn't be the first person on earth to turn everything around, or you wouldn't be the first person on earth to make it good again. So even if you don't make it good, things are already good for those who believe that they are good. So if you make it good, that's going to be good for you. See, so we are bound to make it good because that is good for us. And we are going to continue, and we are almost at the end. Sorry, I'm going to share my screen anymore one more time, and I have to see it from here so that we can see again the questions, and after the questions we plan to ask some questions to our guests, and basically these questions are maybe will not be according to what they've been saying or according to what they just try to tell us, but the importance is to have some understanding about what we plan like questions. And I don't know if the two guests are ready for answering our questions. So maybe if possible, you can keep your micro opened because now is the time for us to ask you questions. I'll be asking some questions, and after I ask some questions, we will ask the audience to tell us if they have got one or two questions to ask also. They can do it, and we will close. We are almost at the end. I'm really sorry we're finishing a little late because we have started late. I made some connection problems. So I think next time we're going to do all our best to start on time and finish on time. So there we are with the questions. The first one is what is success in life? They have already answered to it in what they were saying. Emmanuel said success. Samuel, do you see what you have? Now I am obliged to be, like
Comfortable.
uh success. So I'm going to get used to this. No problem. Don't worry. Teacher Sam. Hello, class. Okay. So, what is success in life? Samuel has already answered to it. And the second question is, are we bound to be successful in life? Is it an obligation to be successful? Or maybe you should uh, accept what you are and what is happening to you. So, are you bound to be successful?
Was answering.
Okay, who goes the first? I'm sorry, I didn't mention it. Who goes the first? Maybe one of you, the one who is ready, can go. Samuel, since you are above, there you can go. You have like
Yeah,
30-second answering. Please respect the
perfect,
time.
perfect.
You are
I'm
in
gonna do
United
it.
States.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
either.
man. I want to speak, but don't choose me. I want to say something, man.
Okay, man. I've been asking if you could open your video, but unfortunately you were not. Please, can
The,
you?
the, the,
I think
the,
he can
pres-
speak. He can
the
speak at the
president.
moment because actually, by the time you were asking, he could speak. Seemed like he didn't hear you.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
now can you
Can I?
speak? Hello, can you
Okay,
just?
okay. Yeah, yeah. Thanks first for the floor, and I am so very, very sorry for the time that I come. Even you have such a long time now. No, I knew that you'd have a conference, but some problems. No, just so and I take this occasion to wish everybody. So I'm very happy to be here and so very happy to find this kind of initiative. So and I wish you to organize it even next time. So answering to the question, I mean it's not compulsory. It's not the destiny of everybody to success in life. It depends to our mindset. No, when I'm saying mindset, it means to somebody's mood of working every time. Because there are some people who are weak by born. Okay, they are born weak, and even they find any kind of situation they couldn't even succeed in their life, and that is to say that as young as we are, we have now to have a great, we have think great, as many people often say, think great. That is to say that in our life, there are things that there are exams, as we can consider that, and if we don't I mean, we fall down, it means that we don't succeed. But if we try to succeed, it means that we did our efforts, and that is to say that another call I want to give as an advice. We have to put our efforts to do efforts in the life. That's we're gonna have success in our life. So if we just close our hands, arms, and we just crying, we say no, I'm the son of God, and God is going to help us because it's my destiny to success life. Nay, even you, the son of pastor, man, as you there, it's impossible to success life. No, because you just say without practicing, without doing something. Nay, never, never, never. In short, for the time, to success in life, it depends to our mindset. It means the way that we walk, the way that we do to success. If we following weak people, we're going to fall down, man. So I'm very happy. I mean, I can conclude by saying that very happy to have this kind of initiative. Even next time too, I wish that I'd be there, and I'm going to invite many people. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I love you very
Thank
much.
you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Unfortunately, you didn't tell us your name, please. Could you
My name
remind
is Bandukisa Nenga Aho Aaron. That's
Aaron?
my full name. I'm from Kinshasa, precisely on Bubuzu Street, so in Bedi
Okay.
Township.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and
Thank you.
yeah,
Sounds
Thanks
good.
thanks
yeah.
for what you have been saying. It's really helpful. And I give back the floor to Samuel in order to tell us in few
Uh,
seconds
yeah, great.
about the question.
Wanted to be short. The answer is yes, because in life there is there are two choices: either to be successful or to succeed, or to lose. So it's up to you. Up to me, I can say it's yeah, we bound to be successful. But if up to you is not the case, it depends upon one another. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for what you said. So please take the floor.
Yeah, I would also say yes. And of course, we might have a different definition of what being successful might mean. For some people, being successful might mean having a lot of money, knowing a lot, as we just mentioned, in different aspects. But no matter what definition we might give the word or this expression being successful, I think we are all bound to be successful.
Okay.
If you're not aiming to have a lot of money and then you end up not having a lot of money, you've succeeded. That was your goal. That was your
Okay.
aim. I think we are all bound to be successful because we all have different targets. And whenever you reach your goal, I think that means being successful in what you are doing.
Okay. I see. So thank you, sir. I think that's was enough about this question. Uh, the other one is, can we be successful enough? Since you've said that it's a boundary according to Samuel, it depends on one person to another. So do you really think that we can be successful in life? Samuel, since you went the first for the first question, now Emmanuel can go the first. Can we
Yeah, I
be
think
successful?
I think we all have the possibility to be successful in life. We all have that possibility. For some people, they have studied with money to become successful and become maybe known, very rich. And for the other people, they didn't start with any money. They studied with knowledge and then got a lot of money and then became uh, people that might be identified as successful. I think we all have that possibility. If you don't have enough money, you can learn. Knowledge is power, and knowledge can bring you money, and knowledge can make you successful.
Okay, thank you. So knowledge can make you successful. Guys, please
Yeah.
put in practice what they've been saying. Please, Aaron, I'm going to get back to you. I saw you raise your hand. Samuel, can you say something?
Yeah, I would start with I would start with what one of the US presidents said. I don't know if it was Kennedy or another president. He said, we don't just need to wait for what the country has to do for us, but we just need to think of what we gotta do for the country.
Okay.
So with the same idea, we also need to not wait for money to start thinking of success with ideas, with projects, with like predictability. You can start, thinking of organizing things and end up being successful. I don't think it's impossible. It's possible. It depends on, how determined you are and how you do regard things. But the center is Jesus. That's what I said before. And we just need to believe in him, and he always makes a way.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for the flow and for what you've been saying. In all you can say, what I see is you still mentioning that Jesus is the center. Thank you
Yeah.
for that. And I saw Aaron raise his hand. Aaron, can you say something in 10 seconds? Aaron, are you there? Oh, I'm sorry. It's not. Okay. So we go directly to the other question. Is it possible to be successful? Can we be successful? You said yes. And is it possible? So what is the answer, Sam?
I think we answered that question. I don't know if I'm
So
wrong.
that's what I'm trying to ask to my mind, that these two questions that they don't mean the same
Because
thing.
all those questions, seems to be up to me. They have a lot of similarities.
Okay.
Because what I'm saying, we all bound to be successful in life. You ask me if it is possible. It's as if we still think we on the same path, but it's just
Okay.
saying like different words to mean the same thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you for what you said, and maybe we can go directly to the before the last.
Uh-huh.
So the last question for me, and the audience will be asking something like 2 or 3 questions, if possible. Aaron, are you there back? He's still there. Okay. What and how could we do to be successful? I know if General Spirit goes the first, is gonna say the first thing to do is to believe in Christ.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
sure. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, being a Christian, I cannot put God apart. We always start, even when I gave to answers, I started by Jesus first of all, and then I gave that professor's point of view. See, because I cannot put him, apart because we need to call upon his name in everything we do in life. So we're talking about how to be successful, and I know he is the source of success. See, and what and how. First of all, we just need to believe in him. Secondly, we need to work. Don't say, as someone said over here, just need to be like a Christian and God will do everything. Yeah, he can do everything because we believe in him, but he also asks us to work.
Okay.
It is in the Bible. We need to work and he will bless us through what we're doing.
Okay.
See? And yeah, but by working, just wanted to be more specific, we need to work by having projects. For sure, at the beginning, I can't become directly a freelancer. I can start becoming like a worker somewhere. Somewhere I'm working, but we have to have projects. We have to have what Emmanuel mentioned, the knowledge. Okay, it's the knowledge, but I can use the word projects. With the knowledge that I have, I gotta transform that with projects, and I have to start working on those projects. Okay, to know what I have to do to reach my project.
Okay. Thank you, Sam, for the flow and for what
Yeah.
you've been saying. And the floor goes to Emmanuel, please, little quick, and we're going to be ending.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, almost what Samuel mentioned. Of course, as human beings, we can always plan, we can always have like project, but the person who can make them happen is God, because beyond the physical life we have here, we know that there is spiritual life. We know that the spirituality has power, has dominions on the physical life, everything we do here. And on top of us, in our level as a human being, we also don't need to close arms, as Samuel just mentioned. We need to work. And here, I would say that the question is still vague because the definition of what being successful in life can be defined differently depending on people's perspectives. If for some people being successful in life means having a lot of money, that, that there may be a way to get there. If for other people being successful in life means to have to know a lot, there might be another way to get to that point. But no matter what definition we give to what being successful means, we all need to work knowing our target. You cannot succeed if you have not reached an outcome. You cannot succeed if what you expected to get, you didn't get it.
Okay.
And to arrive to that point, you first need to know what you're looking for, what you want to get, and then you can start working on that and then become successful.
Okay. Thank you. So, according to Bliss, he mentioned that we should not neglect the spirituality side or the spiritual side. Man, it is really important because we're living in a in a in a in a world where spiritual people are those who are most strong in spirituality are those who are also being like strong also in physical life. So we should not neglect the spiritual side while you are doing your best to be successful in life. Thank you so much. And for me, I'm done with my questions. I plan to ask some questions and they are over. And I'm going to ask to the audience, please, we're closing. Can you help me open your videos? And we're going to be looking at one another and going to be closing. Please, maybe if where you are we can see you well or there is no light, that's normal. Hello, Jugan. Please keep it open. Okay, that's fine. Aaron, are you there? Can you keep your video opened? And Axel, so we are closing. I really wanted to thank you for your presence and because you are there. Axel, thank you so much. And you are there. Thank you. Really, thanks for the presence. The beginning is always like this. We may find ourselves 10, 4, 2, 3, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to share, even with two. The important thing is to share what we know and to share ideas. And I really thank you guys for your presence. And also, I'm going to ask now to the audience, ask 2 or 3 questions. I mean, two is sufficient. Two questions are sufficient. And after they finish with the 2 questions, we're going to give back the floor to our guest to say the last word in a nutshell, and we'll close. So I don't know if somebody has got the a question. In all we've been saying, if you had a question to ask, you can simply raise your hand, and we'll give the floor to you. Does anybody wants to ask any question? Aaron, do you? Do you have any question?
I don't got none. I don't have any question.
Okay, thank you. So Aaron doesn't have not any. Axel, thank you, Mr. Emmanuel, and thanks to everybody for the presence. Axel, do you have any question to ask? Axel, are you there?
Yes, because of my voice, I just want to write in the chat.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
think that you got a question there.
Okay.
Yeah, Axel asked if there is a possibility to succeed in life without Christ.
Okay. All right. I can see it. Is there a possibility to succeed in life without Christ? So the question is there. Please, guys, try to answer it a little quick. Sam goes first.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for the question. And yeah, Emmanuel mentioned that every single one of us is their goal, or is they have their definition about what to be successful in life. So if up to you to be successful in life is to have money, you can, for example, because I don't believe all those rich people know Jesus. We have different ways you can, different paths you can, like use to have much money. And if you go in those ways and you have much money, you can say I'm successful in life, but up to the Bible, that is not to be successful, because I read the passage. I said, the blessing of the Lord makes one rich. It means all the others don't. Okay, we can think that I am rich, I have much money, but the Bible says it's only his blessing, not any other blessing but God's. They said the blessing of the Lord makes us rich, and it has no sorrow with all those ways I can have much money, but think of the drawbacks, consequences. See, maybe it's death, maybe it's hell. See, I have much money on earth, but think of life after death. This is, not a problem. On earth, you can have a lot of money, and I'm saying, but it's only the blessing of the Lord or money that comes from the Lord that has no sorrow. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Sam. And while you were saying all those things, I got to get something from you. You said that uh, the consequences are behind those who believe that uh, they can be successful without Jesus. But you also mentioned hell. But what I wanted to say is, does everybody believe that hell exists? You see, because I know some.
To believe.
I'm
Thank you so
sorry.
much.
I'm sorry. I know some religions here in Congo where they say we can uh, die today and rise up again one day. You see, so for those kind of religion, do you really think that they're going to say that they can not be successful according to with Jesus?
You're right. You're right. According to what you're saying, the question was asked to Samuel, and it was Samuel giving his opinion. They
Okay.
may or not, believe, okay, or accept what I'm saying, but I know what I'm saying. And the question wasn't asked to them, but to me, and I was giving my point of view, and I know it exists. Yeah.
There it's clear that was your point of
Yeah.
view. So
Yeah.
nothing to say more about it. So
Perfect.
Emmanuel, may you go with the same question?
Yeah, this is very important, a very good question to know whether you can succeed in life without Christ. Samuel kind of stole my idea in some point, because you also talked about the definition of success, which might also have an impact on the way you perceive this one. If you define being successful as having money, there are people who are killing others to have money. You see, if you define being successful as just having a lot of money, there are other people who are making crimes, selling drugs to have money. If you define being successful just by the fact of knowing a lot, there are people who are in different like occultism stuff just to be regarded as knowledgeable. But is that actually what being successful means? Depending on that, you can already have an answer to that. But up to me as a Christian, I believe that true success comes from God. In the beginning of this conference, Eclair read the passage in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8, where they talk about this book of the law shall not depart from your mouth. You shall meditate on it day and night so that you may have success in everything you're doing. Samuel also mentioned that passage in the book of Proverbs where they say that it's the blessing of the Lord that makes you rich and adds no sorrow with it. I think this is very important when you define being successful in life, to think of these aspects. There was a magician, I don't know if I should call him a magician, in Congo Central who was named Courtejoie. I know people living in Kinshasa might have heard of the man. According to what we heard, people might go to him and then have a lot of money, but for a very short time. Is that being successful? I think we can think of all these questions here before we can basically answer this one. But up to me, I would say that without Christ, we cannot be successful, because Jesus himself said in the book of John 15, he said that there is nothing we can do without him. There is nothing we can do without him. So how do we expect to be successful without him? This is a very important thing to mention. If you follow all the other paths I mentioned, like killing people to have money, selling drugs and stuff, being involved in corruption stuff just to have money, I think this is not actually being successful, because you'll have drawbacks. Samuel mentioned hell, but apart from hell, your children might also face the drawbacks of what you're doing. This is very important.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And especially what you said in the last words, your children might also face the drawbacks, and this is really important for us. Thank you for the question, Axel. Thank you for the question, and we take the last question from Eloge. Eloge.
Yeah, thanks for the floor. So earlier, our brother Emmanuel said that a man can succeed in life without knowledge, and if he doesn't use money wisely. So as I'm here, I don't keep money. If I got money, always I need to buy something new. To buy something new. That's why I need the counsel. I need to succeed in life. That's why a question or my question is, what should I do for keeping money?
I'm not sure I got that really well. I don't know
Uh,
if somebody can make it
yeah,
clear. The
Yeah,
sound was
yeah.
not good.
Sarah, did
I
you?
got what meant. It's as if the man, whenever he has money, he misuses that. So he wanted to know how can he, you know, keep money, like save money, use money properly, things like that. This is his question. What can I do to like to use my money properly? Because whenever he has money, it seems like he misuses that. So he wanted some, guidances from us from this conference to help him know how to use money, things like that. Am I
Okay,
right, Eloge?
Eloge, is Sam right? Is it what you wanted to say? Okay, I really
Yes, my
believe.
brother. I like it.
Okay, so you're right.
Yeah, I can go first.
So now you can go
Uh,
first. Please try to do it
yeah,
as quick as you can.
perfect. I also faced the same problem. Whenever I don't have money, I can think of, great things to do. But when I got money, I don't know what to do. And I can, misuse it. And I can say I don't have money and I'm looking forward to having another money, things like that. What I can tell you is to always write your project. Write your project, write what you need to buy, write everything. And when you have money, you will be uh, accomplishing each of your goals according to the priority. For example, if traveling was the first priority, you would use that money for maybe the passport because that is what occupies the first, position or place. So in case you don't have any list, you have a lot of things to do, but don't have any list. When you got money, you will not use that properly. You need to have everything written somewhere. And whenever you have money, you are going to like uh, to buy or to accomplish each goal according to the order, I'm sorry, of items or anything you wanted to have. This is a good way for you to not misuse money when you got it.
Okay, thank you so much for what you've been saying, sir.
Thank
And
you.
You're welcome.
Emmanuel, could you have the
Uh,
brother?
yeah, I think this is a very common problem. A lot of people face this problem. On top of what Samuel just mentioned, it is very important to always think of what you will do with your money. This is very important. Uh, when you have money, let's imagine that today you have earned $1,000. If you take that money and put it in your room, don't expect that money to grow. You see, because when you have it at home, you will only use it, and when you use it, money will not grow; it will decrease. You see, this is very important, a very important thing to do. One of the things I might suggest the brother to do is to invest. Investing is very important. When you invest, money might also, instead of decreasing, instead of being spent foolishly, excuse me for the term, but you might have some interest. You can make some other money out of what you have instead of just keeping money at home. Don't keep it. If you keep it, it will stay the same amount. Yeah, this is very important.
Oh
And
yeah.
contrastingly, not only it might stay the same amount, but you might use it for things that you did not really plan to do it.
Okay. So thank you, sir Emmanuel. And this is not a question, but a point I wanted to mention. You know, when you plan to do something or to buy something, like you know that you're going to be paid in the end of the month, and you have already planned things you're going to be buying or things that you're going to use when you get that money. So what happens most of the time is that when you get the money, there are things that's come up all of a sudden. So you didn't plan them, but directly you have it like a problem, and it's like an emergency. So you have got to do it first. You forget this one you planned, and life goes on like that. So you will see that after 2 months or 3 months, you didn't do what you planned, but you still doing what you did not plan, or things that just come up like that, and you have got to do it. So about that, what can you say? Since the floor was
Yeah, about that, I'm sorry. About that, it's a little bit complicated in Africa or in Congo to resolve that problem. As in America, people save money for emergency. Okay, when you are paid at the end of the month, there is a certain amount of money that is saved, okay, or kept for what you've mentioned, emergencies, things like that. This means when I'm paid, even if there is something that I didn't plan happens, I would not use my money. I have not a money pot that I'm gonna use for that. It's already resolved, but in Africa or in Congo, sometimes difficult because we only have what, okay, you got from work,
Okay.
and sometimes you might be right. So my child is sick directly, but I have some other things to do, so I have to use that money to, for treatment, things like that.
Okay.
But here in America, it has a remedy.
Okay, thank you. Please, can you say some in 10 seconds?
Yeah, I would say something about that. I know it's not easy. It requires self-discipline. You need to be self-disciplined to do that. Sometimes it might really be tempting to use the money for another thing, but being self-disciplined might help a lot. I can give my own example. I would be given money of the whole academic year. I know that for the year I have such amount of money. I'm given that amount of money maybe in the beginning of the academic year. I have all the money on my own. So I have to use it for the whole academic year. So I don't need to ask, I need this, I need that, but I could actually do that. So to do that, it requires a lot of discipline. It's not easy, but we can still do it. If you're disciplined enough, you can do it, because I did it. I did it not 1 year, but more than 1 year, where I had all the money. So I had to keep the money to use the money wisely from the beginning of the academic year up to the end of it. So we still have that possibility.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. And thanks to everyone for the presence of each one of us here. And we see that we really went out of our time, and we have got to stop by here. And I really thank you guys for the presence. I thank our two guests for the time. Really, we didn't pay you anything, but
You
you
bet.
you did all your best to be there, and I believe that day is coming while trying to ask you take part, like being a guest. Maybe God will help, and we'll be sending you something through Western Union. Do you have M-Pesa there? Do
Stop
you
it.
guys
Here,
use
it's all about bank account, no M-Pesa here, man.
you see, so since since you ain't got M-Pesa, we use M-Pesa here most of the time, using Western Union and Visa card. It takes us too much, so M-Pesa is better. So I'm going to ask you guys to do all your best to look for M-Pesa in the United States. If you can find it, then we'll be sending you something for the next time.
Yeah,
So
don't worry about it.
okay.
About M-Pesa, we do have M-Pesa account back there.
Okay.
Simon's laughing. He knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, thank you so much. So we thank
Yeah.
you all. Thank you guys for the presence. This is something new we are coming up with, and as you can see, we're just struggling to do it good and good again. So we'd also need your help through messages, your ideas. You guys have already participated in different conferences. You know how conferences go along, and you know how we can organize it to be again good. You know how we can make the publicity for us to have many people. I do all my best to invite, and you know what to do in order to have us be like 100. Why not 200 people on the board? You know how to do it, and I believe in days coming. This is the beginning. It's always like this. This is our second conference, and I believe in days coming we're going to be doing something good. And also, apart from that, if you have got any suggestion or any remark, what to arrange, I know, please don't give me wrong on what about the time. I know that's I
You
didn't
can
do it good.
text you.
So yes, if you have any remark, please, you have got my phone number. Try to text me. It's going to be very good. So,
I have something to say.
do you want to say some before we
Yeah,
go?
Elosh asked if any of us was Jehovah's Witness. I'm not. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I'm
I'm
Okay.
not
Christian,
either.
but I'm not a Jehovah's Witness.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So you are not a Jehovah's Witness, Samuel, either.
I'm not either.
Thank you. So thank you to everybody. If you have anything to say, uh, what you have appreciated, what you didn't appreciate, please, you have got my phone numbers. You can still make me sign and try to text me a little. It's going to be good. I'm going to give you the next coming opportunity on WhatsApp or through social medias. But today, we call it a day. So
Thank you so much.
thank you
Yeah.
so much for the presence. Axel, thank you. You still there? Emmanuel, thank you guys. And we meet next. Good job. And
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
just like those who still learning Lingala, say Malamu. Goodbye,
Salam.
Malamu. Okay,
Kitoko.
Kitoko. Thank you. May God bless you, Axel. May God bless you. And I call it a day, so I've got to put an end to
Okay.
that. So let's meet next. Goodbye to guys. Thank you.
Okay, goodbye to you too.
Thank you. I'm closing.